tell me, what's going on in the housing market? Are we heading for a
I wish I
crash?
knew.
I want to know. I want to know when to buy a flat.
Well, I would say the market's definitely paused, there's no question. Like a lot
As
of
in,
businesses.
there are just fewer transactions going on.
There's fewer transactions, there's less demand, and there was a reaction. You know, when the mini budget came out and interest rates started going up, there was a reaction. People pulled out of deals and they were very nervous about things. But after a few days, people came back to the market, they came back to us and they started saying, well, if we can negotiate a little bit, or maybe we're jumping a bit too quickly. So it has settled down a bit since then. But the new business is struggling a little bit, but certainly existing, hanging in there.
Yes, because people say, I've seen, headlines, we see this all the time, oh, house prices are set to crash by 15%, some were saying 30 to 40%. How could that possibly ever be the case? Because at the moment, and for many, many years, we just simply haven't had the supply to meet demand. So prices could go down for a little bit, but they're going to go back up again, surely.
It's like so many businesses, you see these big headlines, but actually, I work in this business 25 years, 7 days a week. It's not what it is on the ground, what you're reading in the papers. It is quieter than what it was, but it's certainly people still have to move. There's always reasons for why people have to move. So, and the banks were much more cautious this time around than they were the last time we had a slowdown similar to this. And so that's probably meant it hasn't happened as quickly, or is unlikely to happen as quickly as some people are suggesting.
Now, the Bank of England has said that they'll continue to raise interest rates. Some people say too little, too late. Others think this has been presented as disastrous, of course, in terms of people's mortgage repayments. What do you expect to see in terms of people not being able to pay?
Well, what we really want to see is stability now. There's been too much volatility, and we need to see markets calming down, inflation, interest rates and so on. And when we see a period of calm, confidence is such a big factor in any decision-making, particularly when you're buying a home. And people want to know that their property is not going to be a lot lower, and that they can take a fairly long-term view about what they're buying and the price they're paying.
If you were me, so buying the first home, hopefully at some point soon, would you wait?
I would
see things out.
Markets change so quickly, and they vary so much where you are and where you're looking. We've seen some areas really holding up really reasonably well, and others, not doing so well. If you're looking for a flat now, take your time, look out there, check on the prices, see what's actually shifting rather than asking, and then make a decision based on that.
The thing is, we've got so used to having interest rates so low that it seems unfair almost to have to sign up to a mortgage that's a bit more expensive.